Okay, so normally my videos are scripted, but I'm trying to give myself a little bit less stress and just share information freely and not be so worried about trying to write something up perfectly and then read it off the screen behind my phone while I've got this stupid light in my face. So today I have shared a blog which was hopefully covering a question that I received in a step parenting Facebook page that I'm in. And it's not uncommon, and it's probably one of the main reasons I conduct mediation sessions for people, and it's around when two parents can't agree on the big decisions around their children and the parenting arrangements. And the big decisions aren't, it's not just everyday sort of things. We're talking about like relocation, religion, schooling, medical treatment, those sorts of things. And it's a pretty shitty one, because my answer is probably going to be the same as any other family law answer, and that is you've got the range of processes you can go through: mediation, negotiation, litigation. At the end of the day, if you don't agree, you've got the same processes and courses that you can go through to either reach agreement or have an agreement forced upon you by a court. So a decision made for you based on the evidence. However, the whole point of my practice is to look at things from a more holistic perspective. And even when I talk to people that are going through, particularly coming into mediation, I always talk about the other support and professional assistance that they can and possibly should be accessing. And three of those things that I'm going to suggest, as per the blog, are: one, family counselling. It seems sort of counterintuitive to say, yeah, cool, now you've split up, go and get family counselling. But it's about trying to improve communication, and you would be doing it in the context of your co-parenting relationship. So you're not going in there to try and reconcile. If you've got older children involved, you may even want them in the counselling session, and that's going to be up to whichever counsellor you go to, whether that's a social worker, a counsellor, a psychologist. But it's coming from the therapeutic side of things. It's working through the issues that are in the background, the underlying reasons behind the thoughts and actions of the parties, and I think it's really beneficial for your own well-being. Even if you're going and getting your own counselling, if you can recognise that you have your own issues that you need to deal with, you would go and do that. In this case, it's probably more focused on the communication side of things. Then I suggested separation or divorce coaching, and this is something that I am working my way into myself, because I absolutely love the idea of taking, I guess, the legal and mediation and dispute resolution knowledge and the practical knowledge, and kind of smashing them together and giving it to people in a very proactive, pragmatic kind of way, going, okay, cool, this is what's happening, this is what you want to achieve, how do we get there, what do we need to do, what are the steps that we need to take? And it's not legal advice, and it isn't making decisions for people, and it's not the softly approach that you're getting in mediation. It's a little bit more, I suppose, motivational. And ideally the coach would work with both parties, so it's going, okay, you're here, and let's work together as a team to reach your desired resolutions. So I encourage you to have a look at separation and divorce coaches and see if there's any out there that might fit well for your situation. But they can be good whether they run alongside or they're an alternative to mediation and court. But definitely have a look into it and see if that's something that suits you. And the final thing is a parenting coordinator. And I would recommend having a look for Shelby Timmons, Divorce Done Differently. So she does the coaching and the parenting coordination, and parenting coordination is kind of the epitome of that holistic support around parenting arrangements, and it's getting you through from start to finish and moving forward. So cool, okay, where are we? Where do we want to get to? What can we agree to? And then they're there with you, actually monitoring the progress and stepping you through any kind of issues you might meet along the way, to either keep that agreement going or be able to say, okay, cool, we need to go back and re-look at this agreement, it's not working. But they are child focused. I mean, so is mediation, but I guess from an outside perspective, they're very much child focused, and I just think it's a really good holistic alternative to going down any other routes, particularly if you have tried court and mediation already. But that's pretty much my 2 cents around this whole big decision thing. There is no simple answer, there is no one size fits all answer. It just depends on what you think would better suit your family and what the issues actually are, how deep they are, and I guess, you're going to have budgetary and access restraints as well, but a lot of people offer these services online and via Zoom and via phone, and I think my parting message will be